Tomorrow is the Ann Arbor Half Marathon, where I will be running 13.1 miles. And my goal is to do it in under 1 hour and 50 minutes. We arrived at the expo on Saturday at the University of Michigan's basketball arena, right next to the football stadium. The first thing we did was patiently wait in line behind all these people. This race was different because rather than just cheering me on, my wife was going to be running this with me tomorrow. The first step was to grab our bibs.
I've also done a marathon that has.
Thank you. After we got our free t-shirts, we explored the rest of the expo and picked up a few small things along the way. Being surrounded by all these runners with different stories and backgrounds at such a historic college campus is definitely an amazing experience. And yes, I grew up a Wolverine fan, so for me, this was incredible. Being able to feel the weight of the big house next to us is a feeling that's really hard to describe. But the next thing on our agenda was to find some coffee nearby and just get off our feet for a few minutes. We found a coffee shop close by called the Drip House, and typically I'm not very adventurous on these menus with all the drinks there are to pick from, so I went with a safe pick and got a cortado. Sylvia got an iced vanilla latte. Being able to actually see the packets with our names on it really made this entire experience for the last 10 weeks of training really come to life. Even the coffee shop had a scenic view of the big house nearby. And after some caffeine, we were both ready to go home, but we had one pit stop to make first.
Why don't you leave it all behind and come back home?
Let's just say Sylvie and I went pretty wild on some cold pressed juices. They actually messed up our order, so we got one free juice with the two that we ordered. Sylvia definitely got the healthier option for lunch, while I continued my carb loading journey by getting some amazing brioche French toast. This was the first time for each of us going to First Watch, and it did not disappoint. When we got back home from our day trip, we pushed one more quick meal in before it was finally time to shake it all out. Plus, I think we were tired of sitting anyway. All right, we are out here for the last run of prep officially. I think I said that last video, but we're out here for our 2 mile shakeout run. 2 miles, a very easy pace. We might not even break a sweat. We're just gonna come out here and run together and get this last one done. 2 miles, 21 minutes, 13 seconds. So again, nice and easy for me, and just focusing on getting that little, I don't know, the pre-run jitters out of the way. And I think it just feels good, like, to accomplish something. Like, we can stop our watches, we completed something. We can now officially say that we have completed our entire half marathon training program. So it's done. The last thing to do is just show up in Ann Arbor and just run 13.1 miles, and that's it. We prepped a couple things to help us out tonight and tomorrow morning. One of those being an electrolyte drink to have tonight, and then one we saved for the morning because it had more sugar to kind of give us that last minute boost that we would need. I grabbed a couple breakfast items that I know my stomach would feel okay with, and these were all foods I know I can tolerate before a run because I tested them during training, so these were all things I really trusted. I plan on taking my first gel at mile 4 because that has some caffeine in it, and then my second gel is going to be taken at mile 8. I also have a few salt tablets if I really need them, but honestly, I like them because they taste good. Alrighty, we're sitting down for our last meal of the night. This meal just makes perfect sense here. So Sylvia made a smoothie for us, and then I made some protein oatmeal, and then just a bison burger, just a leftover bison burger. So that's tonight's final meal before we get up and run. The goal is to wake up at 4 in the morning, which is not gonna be fun. And we're already not getting 8 hours of sleep. I'm feeling pretty good overall. I'm not nervous about the race. I think I just feel overwhelmed or like panicked that I'm not gonna wake up on time, or the alarm's not gonna go off, or I'm just gonna forget something important. So I think it's gonna be fine though. We've already kind of gone through our checklist and things are coming together pretty nicely. So we're gonna kind of cram down this food and then wake up tomorrow at 4 in the morning. All right, so here's the map here. What's the strategy for getting around here? Because we got to get there pretty early.
This is the finish line, and the start is all the way over here. So what happens is we're going to park, which hopefully we get in that parking lot right there.
Is that
and then
the parking garage?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
going to be the Ann and Ashley one, and then the shuttles are right there.
Okay.
And the shuttles will take us to the start.
And
then
then
we
we'll-
run to the finish.
And then where we kind of parked over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And here's our elevation chart right there. A little bit at the end there. Wow. Right as we're going to be the most tired, we hit some elevation. And then there's everything we get along the way as far as water, Gatorade. They have gels there. I've never used a Porta-John. Even during my marathon, I don't plan on doing it now.
So it actually looks like it's 2 and then 4, and then it goes 6 and 7, you get refreshments. And
Okay.
8, actually it's every mile after that, you
Cool.
get refreshments.
Oh, you caught me in glasses, sorry. That's kind of a breakdown of our map here as far as what we're looking for. So as long as we get there on time and we make the shuttles, I think everything will be okay. Plenty of spots for water and Gatorade, and they even have some of their own gels. So if, I don't know, sometimes I take them and I just start getting hungry. I guess I could just steal one of theirs, but I think it'll be okay for only 13. I'm not freaking out about it, but it's bedtime. It's 9:30 and we're waking up at 4, so 6.5 hours of sleep, yay! We definitely will need some coffee. All right, good morning. It is race day. Just got the coffee going here. It is 4:30, so we got 20 minutes till we want to leave. It's already raining here, which means it's going to be raining there. So hopefully that kind of starts to die down because I can already see us waiting in line for the bus, just freezing in rain. And it's like, I don't even think it's 60 degrees. I think it's like 58 right now. So a little cold. We got the coffee, hoping to help us with a little bowel movement, I'm hoping. Wow. Probably didn't eat the bison burger last night because breakfast does not sound good. So I'm probably going to stick to a little bit of yogurt and then a banana and then the granola bars for the car. Yeah, I think we got everything around. Race day fit, I'm going with this Adidas kind of dark green. Then going with the purple Adidas shorts because they have 2 zipper pockets. And always the DSG socks, the best running socks known to mankind. We did one last triple check around the apartment just to make sure we had everything we needed so we can actually run this race. Just like that, we are off. Our estimated arrival time is 6:25. So they recommended, 6:45? So we're gonna be like 20 minutes before the recommended time, and the buses are like done leaving, or doesn't guarantee your arrival time to the start of the race by like 7:15. So I think we're gonna make pretty good time. There's nobody on the roads right now. We didn't get a hotel because we only live an hour and 20 minutes away from Ann Arbor, so it felt like 2 mini day trips, and that kind of helped us save some money, but that also meant that we couldn't walk to the start line because they have to drop us off in Dexter, Michigan, where we're going to run back to Ann Arbor. So we had to at least make sure we made it on time to get in the shuttles. All right, we're parked and we're here. Plenty of time, 35 minutes to get all this done, so unless we miss the bus, I think we'll be good. It's a little bit cold out here. Thankfully, we made it to the shuttles on time this morning, and the electrolytes that I had were making me feel hydrated, but it left me with one problem. And that was that I had to overcome my fear of using a public bathroom, mainly a porta potty. But we did it, and I really hope you're proud of me. That's like the walk of shame.
I think mine was full.
We found 3 private porta potties back there, really far away from the race.
Super full porta potties.
The whole race area up there has a ginormous line. So, we found the right ones. All right, how you feeling?
Good.
Ready? Good?
Yeah, we have I feel good because it's an hour till we're starting, so.
Yeah, it's 8:30 is start time, and it's 7:20. So we have an hour and 10 minutes to just be cold, pretty much. 52 minutes until the race starts. So we're kind of just stuck out here in this little park area doing a bit of a warm-up. So just trying to keep moving. It's now starting to rain a little bit too, so now we have to deal with that. It's like 61, 62, so it's not like cold, but I'm definitely getting some goosebumps. So we're just trying to keep loose, and I think we're just ready to start.
We'll keep that extended a little past the official start. We want to get everybody time. We are 15 minutes away from the start of the 50th anniversary, presented by Trinity Health.
There were 3 waves of runners, and Sylvia and I chose to stick together for the start of the race, so we stuck in group 2. That way we could kind of pass or be passed by people in either direction, but we didn't get stuck up in wave 1 or in the back at 3. And with just 5 minutes to go till the race started, I think we were just ready to start running.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Group 1 took off first, and 3 minutes after that, it was finally our turn.
2, 1, wave 2, go, go, go! We will see you. The wave 2 is off and running. Wave 3, hold up at the start. We're right here, they got you, Bailey and his crew.
And just like that, after starting our watches, the race finally began. The first mile was actually my slowest. I told myself I would start with Sylvia and then pass people, but there were certain points during the run I just couldn't get past anyone. So I clocked an 8:48 for the first mile. There's nothing to panic about, but just frustrating that I already needed to make up time this early in the run. But things opened up as I expected, and the next couple miles we hit our stride, and I finally found my group to stick with and was able to just hold the pace of 8:23, which was my goal pace. I told myself I wouldn't skip any of the aid stations because I wanted to stay fueled the entire time. I think this lady was a little eager to hand out Gatorade. But I appreciate it because I really needed it and I didn't want to feel dehydrated at all during this race. If you're a runner, then you know. There's just times when you run 10 miles and you feel amazing. And there's sometimes you run 2 miles and you feel absolutely terrible and you question if you could even run 13. This is one of those times where my mindset was really important. I had to stay locked in on the current mile I was in instead of looking ahead. We came up on mile 6 and we were almost halfway done. I was eager for this aid station a lot more than I thought I was going to be. The pace I was holding was starting to feel a lot tougher than I thought. All I could do was try not to think about the fact that I have to hold this pace for 7 more miles. It's just one of the situations you hope that these 2 sips of Gatorade are going to magically make a huge difference on how you feel. Then mile 7 hit, and I really started to seriously doubt if I can even make time because of how tired I was feeling. I was really breathing hard and I started to just not feel good. We started logging in times that were just slower and slower by the mile, and things were just quickly falling apart. But you never lose a race at mile 1 or 13. You lose these races in the middle. And at this point, after looking at my watch and doing some math, it was practically over. And my goal had collapsed right before me, miles away from the finish. After so much hard work and training, I couldn't let myself just fade away and jog the rest of the way because I was tired. I saw the Arbor sign and I was way closer than I thought. Every negative thought I was battling brought me to this exact spot. And next thing you know, 1 foot at a time, step by step, here we were seeing the 12-mile sign. And honestly, what's 1 more mile of hurting at this point? If ever there was a time to run fast, it was right now. 1 7-minute mile to get the sub 150 goal. I looked up and saw the finish line and it was just way further than I expected. And now my run started to turn into a falling forward jog and I just could not hold the pace. When I looked up and saw the clock, it started to settle in that it was over. But it doesn't mean the mission is over. We still had to finish strong. And that's what we did.
Hour and 54 minutes. Here more.
When I heard an hour and 54 minutes read, that medal that I wanted so bad definitely felt more like a weight than an actual reward. But regardless, it just felt good to be done. Afterwards, I just kind of felt dizzy and lightheaded, so the first thing I wanted to do was just get some hydration. Close. So close. I still wanted to watch Sylvia finish her first half marathon, so those 30 minutes of waiting really hurt my body just trying to stand still. The feeling of being done was just one of relief. And now, for as tired and sore as I was feeling, all I could do was wander around and steal snacks. They had oranges, they had watermelon, Gatorade, and they actually had Domino's pizza, which I happily avoided. I think I would have thrown up if I had a piece of pizza. We stuck out the rain for the entire race today, and now the last thing to do was to find Sylvia and cheer her on as she finished her first half marathon. I finally found Sylvia, and she did it as well. Gotta find Sylvia. All right. Good job. Good job. Look at this thing. Great job.
I didn't have music the last 4 miles.
I know, I was losing my signal. I had no good music at all.
Both my AirPods died. Oh, so bad. I don't even know where to go.
All right. Lots of melons. Gatorade, bananas, watermelon, oranges.
Anything. Really anything refreshing.
Right up here.
It's good.
Woo! You didn't make me wait too long. I appreciate that. I was really getting tired of waiting.
Oh my gosh. Oh crap. I forgot to stop my show.
No, stop it. I think during this journey, although I came up just short of my goal, what I found during this prep was my limit. Pushing myself and finding that limit was very rewarding looking back at this run. I didn't pick a time that would be easy, that I could just jog through. I picked a time that I knew would challenge me during training, and right up until the end, I was running as hard as I possibly could until my body just finally gave up. We just finished up. Wanted sub 150, hit 151, so missed it by a minute. This is that close to getting what I needed. There was several miles right at the end where I just could not do it. I was running like a 7:10 pace and it just totally caved in. I was like watching it just slowly slip away. I had to go 7:05 for the last mile, and I had 7:10 with 0.4 to go, and I just couldn't do it. It just crushed. It just crumbled all the way down to an 8:53. 7:56 was the last mile. I needed 50 seconds off that to even have a shot. And the first mile was not even it. 8:48, I could not get around people. And then we hit our strides the rest of the race until mile 9. 9, 10, 11, and 12, we missed it all by just a couple seconds. And that is the difference between a 149 and a 151. It's just that close.
The last 0.6 was like pretty much all uphill.
Yeah, no, it was uphill to the very end.
It was like the highest elevation hill of the entire race.
Yeah,
so
there was, I'll have to show it, pop up something later showing that, but overall though, obviously I'll wait for the official gun time to kind of come through. Maybe it's slightly different, but I stopped my watch right after at 151. I think I saw close to 153 on the things, and I was group 2 leaving the entrance, so really, really, really close. Kind of bummed out, but I think we're ready to go home. I'm tired of standing. I think we just want to sit down and get some food soon. We got the email, and our official time came back as 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 58 seconds. Oh, my traps are just totally locked up. I cannot even shrug my shoulders or lift up my arms. It's just, I think it's from swinging my arms at the very end, but super, super locked up. I just need someone to like step on them. The rest of the day, I think both of us felt tired and honestly kind of sick. Sylvia's stomach was upset, I had a really bad headache, so we just wanted to get back home as quick as possible. Very, very happy we brought a little bit of a change of clothes, just at least to get the shirt off because it's soaked from the rain and from sweat. And now the last thing we had to deal with was parking garage traffic, which honestly wasn't as bad as we thought, and we got to make our first stop for food. Jimmy John's was a much better option than McDonald's. I think we just wanted food, and obviously after running all that, I feel like McDonald's would be justified, but just the grease and yeah, I'm glad for both of our stomach's sake. We've each taken our turn feeling like we're gonna throw up, but we didn't. I think subs and a little bit of Sprite is gonna be what's best for us. You sign up for a race, you think you're signing up to run, or to earn a medal. Maybe take home a free t-shirt. But I can assure you that I've gotten a whole lot more than that along the way.